Welcome back to the channel, and I've finally got my Hinton 5.2 back from having a lot of work done. The first thing I'm going to point out is the bottom of the hull. There were a few patches. I'll see if I can find any comparison video, but if I don't, the whole bottom of the hull has been patched up, the keel has been patched up, all sanded down, fiberglass work, and of course it's been gel coated. So no patches, no problems, basically starting from fresh right there. So I'm extremely happy with that, and I feel like they've done a good job. Next, as we come around the side of the boat, as you can already see, the 150 horsepower V6 Saltwater Series 2 extra long shaft is there, and on a new transom. I'll put a comparison shot up of the previous transom, and it's a major difference, isn't it? So the main reason why I ended up doing the transom work is that when they took the original 125 Merc off, it was pouring out water, not dripping, not drizzling. It was just pouring out, which gave me really pause. Like, it made me pause and think, do I really want to take this boat out with extra horsepower, all that kind of stuff on a transom that's questionable? No. So I ended up putting it in, having this work done. It raised it 6 centimeters, and I'm really happy with the work. Let's have a quick look. Really happy with the work, fantastic. Of course, at the moment I've been going through and reinstalling things that were unfortunately not installed, like the Lowrance hooker 7 up the front there. The bracket was all taken apart. I'm guessing to access the transducer line there was probably the reason there, as it was pointed out to me by the boat mechanic. I guess because I had 2 different mobs basically working on the boat, one installing the motor, removing the motor, I should say removing it, then reinstalling it, and another doing the transom work in the bottom of the floor. I guess there was a little bit of lack of communication there of who's responsible for what, because when I put it in, I was hoping that it was going to come back the way I put it in, obviously with the new transom and bottom, because that was pretty much what I was looking for. I just realized I've never really done a cockpit / cabin view of the Hinton 5.2, so I thought I'd go through and talk about the bits and pieces I've got in this boat, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So we'll start up the front here. We've got the 3-window system here where you can open the window as it is right now, obviously for access to the front of the boat for the anchor, or just the front of the boat in general. Coming down from that, we've got our KPS Maritime compliance plate. This is the mob that I had to go through to get the uprated approval for the 150. It's got all the stats there, of course, for how many people you can have on board, and obviously the maximum weight in general. Right next to that, we've got our switch box. Basically, it's got all the fuses, and it's got bilge bump, cabin lights, running lights, anchor lights, all that kind of stuff there. I've got 2 spare switches there for any gear that I wanted to install in the future. Coming above that, of course, the gauges, nice digital gauges for the Yamaha, a nice upgrade from the analog gauges that were on the Merc. We've got a brand spanking new steering wheel. This is actually the one that came with the boat. There's no point in replacing it. It's doing the job quite well. Nice texture, nice confident grip there, so I'm happy with that. Got a little compass. Yeah, take it or leave it. I guess it does its job. Next to that, we've got some cup holders. Got 2 USB-A's there, and we've got a voltmeter that lets me know what voltage we got for starting the boat and what the batteries are doing, because this is a dual battery system in this boat. The controls for the Yamaha, and basically got a stereo speaker system here for this. This is not a particularly great marine radio Bluetooth combination. It's doesn't connect to my phone or my wife's phone, so it's pretty much a radio only system, and it's not particularly great at that. The sound that it pumps out is probably the speakers as well contributing to that, but it's not that's not good. I'll just say that. So I'm either going to replace this with a CB radio or just upgrade this unit to something that actually works a bit better. You can see the speakers there, and another cup holder, another 2 USB. Actually, that's not a USB. That's a if I pull that out, yeah, that's a cigarette lighter / 12-volt socket. So that's pretty good. Boat safety tips, and you can probably see here there's a I don't even know what to say. Looks like shotgun runes all over there. It's just previous accessories that were on this boat well before my time. Either I'm going to put accessories here to cover them up, or stickers, or something of that nature, but I'm not fussed at this stage. Like, it's not like it's an area of the boat that I'm going to really focus on. When I'm out on the boat, I'm having fun, or I'm fishing, I'm not focusing on the myriad of missing accessories or previous accessories. Coming above that, we have the Hooker, Lowrance Hooker 7TS. It's got side scan, it's got chirp, it's got GPS for your maps, it's got speed, it's got all the good stuff. For a little unit like this, I'm pretty happy with it. I've only used it a couple of times when out in this boat, so I'm more about going out and like finding the spot, anchoring, and just relaxing. That's the kind of fishing. I'm not here to survive on catching fish. So, but you know what, it's all handy, and I'm going to be using this in the future to verify, confirm some speeds when I'm flying along, because I believe this is going to give me this is going to give me GPS speed. This is going to give me some speed. I don't know what kind of speed it is. This is a little bit intermittent. I think it's something loose that's in this, because when I first got this installed, this was intermittent. It's working now, as you'll see in a minute, but it's something I'm not trusting. This works. This needs to work. It's got the hours on it, 345 hours on this outboard so far. So that's reasonably low. It sounds like a good motor. We'll get to that in a second. Underneath, we've just got tons of storage. The marine carpet goes all the way up there. Just the bits and pieces. Really dusty, really dirty from all the fabrication work that I'm going to show you in a minute was done. But I've got plenty of room to shove extra life jackets, extra gear, eskeys, things of that nature, just in case we need to take stuff out for the family's day. All right, let's move that out of the way. Pretty much brand new seats. These came with the boat. There's 2 captain's chairs. We've got really deep, really roomy pockets on both sides of the boat. I'll keep a bunch of crap in here at the moment. There's some clears, so you can actually attach the clears to make the boat a little bit more secure in case it's really bad weather, but we'll see how we go. The marine carpet's still in pretty good nick, so we're definitely going to keep this for now. I was thinking about changing it out for some of that EFI foam, so you can wash the boat out a bit better, but I think the marine carpet will stay, especially if it's summertime. It's nice and cool on your feet, as you tend to wear thongs, at least here in summer. As you can probably see underneath, we've got a 45-litre tank. That's all we've got. I do have a reserve tank of 22 litres, but I'm not using that at this stage. I'm planning on doing a few tests with just the outboard, and the whole setup of the boat is basically different now, thanks to the fact that it's got a brand new transom. The bottom of the boat has been done, so it's more of a first time out testing to see how the boat sits in the water, how it goes. I'll fill this up to the max, even at full throttle. That should give me an hour of running at full throttle, basically. That so that's terrible when you think about it. That's 45 litres of fuel in 1 hour at full throttle, but you know what, I won't be doing that. I'll be just cruising for a little while, maybe a full throttle run in the future. I got to test this few, but I'm actually jumping the gun here. I'm not actually talking about the interior of the boat. So I've got a nice big bench seat here. It's a big solid bit of wood. Under here you'll probably see the dual battery system is there with an isolation switch. It's got 2 positions, obviously, for off, battery 1, battery 2, battery 1, battery 2 and both batteries. It's a bit dirty under here, still need to do it, fix it up. That is the oil tank for the motor, and we've got a fire extinguisher which I bought just last year to comply with the regulations of boating, of course. Alright, so that's pretty much it, apart from the bimini that needs a good fixing or replacing. That's something I'm going to be looking at doing. I'm planning on maybe just sewing it up a little bit at this stage, because it is quite expensive to replace this. So I've looked online to try and find a similar bimini as this. I don't seem to make them quite like this, so I might have to look at a custom job, but that's something that I'm going to be chasing up in the future. My main goal at the moment is to clean this all out, make it nice, and take it out and give it a nice run. I will be definitely hanging on to this boat probably for a little while. Hopefully it fulfills all the goals that I have, which is basically being a nice, fun, fast runabout. If you're wondering what this contraption is, not sponsored, I want to stress here, it's the Salty Captain's basically flush kit. You can use it to wash your boat down, and you can also use it to flush your boat out. The main reason I'm mentioning it, and as I stressed before, not sponsored, is the mixture I'm using in here. It's basically a dissolvent for salt, and ever since I started working on my 4 horsepower 2-stroke Suzuki, the one from 1996, it's got a ton of salt through the system. Obviously the motor probably fell off the boat, and they've gone, oh well, and they've sort of rescued it, washed it down, and then stored it in the shed for years, and then sold it to me as the poor sucker. Anyway, I'm starting to get through the system thanks to this stuff. It helps, and I know for a fact this motor, this actual motor, used to be on an offshore fishing boat. So I'm going to run this with the mixture, and it'll hopefully dilute any salt in the system, and we'll go from there. So first step is to turn the water on, turn the batteries on, get this thing started, flip the switch, run it for a couple of minutes, and then it should be good.